What's up, preppers? Just a little video to say I'm changing how I prep. I'm changing why I prep, and I'm changing how much I prep. So I'm sure you know the state of the world. I'm sure you know what's going on. I'm sure you're up to date with all of that. If you follow anyone like NY Prepper, Canadian Prepper, you'll be more versed than most people that are just following the day-to-day news. But the Russian situation with Ukraine and NATO and the risk of nuclear war or just all-out war, land war, whatever with Russia has just surpassed what I feel is the risk from a solar flare now. And I never thought it'd get to that point because solar flares and CMEs is the reason I started prepping. And the power outage and what have you. And obviously for any day-to-day disasters like losing my job, I've explained this in multiple videos. You guys know why I prep, but it's changing massively. And now I really feel that we're on the brink of something historic and not in a good way. Putin's in his 70s. He's got nothing to lose. He's got everything to gain. He's basically turned around in his address to the nation and said that Western countries risk provoking a nuclear war if they send troops to fight in Ukraine, warning that Moscow had the weapons to strike targets in the West. In other words, not just in Ukraine, not your forces you put in there, but your homelands. And this is any escalation he's talking about, not just fighting on the front line, but we've got talking about sending support troops in to relieve Ukrainian troops in supply chains to free them up to fight. That's still affecting the front line. He's not going to change his mind on a technicality. Oh, we're not actually fighting. We're just there, loading the gun and passing it to the guy and pointing where to shoot. It doesn't matter. It's still an escalation. And with this new leaked document, if you've heard of this, it's a leak by Moscow of a 38-minute discussion between the head of the Luftwaffe and senior officers on sending Taurus cruise missiles to Ukraine, which suggests NATO is escalating it or going to escalate or plan to escalate it, which boosts Vladimir Putin's claim that this war is a war of the West against Russia and that Ukraine is a proxy. So I get it's all rhetoric at the moment and it's all saber rattling and shouting, and then you get a sudden article saying Russia and China are going to team up to put a nuclear power station on the moon. It's just like, that was so random and out the blue thrown in there. It's just so strange. But it's changing the way I think now. And I'm not going to unprep for the flares and things like that, because obviously nuclear war, things like that, airburst nuclear weapons can create the EMPs that we still need to prep for, and it's a similar sort of prepping cycle. But I am now going to be putting more into this what if World War III, whether it directly affects us with an attack or whether it indirectly affects us with finances while we're in a recession, fuel crisis, all these different options, all these things that could possibly be a knock-on effect, food supply, everything like that, even if we're not directly attacked, will affect us massively. And of course, country by country, we're starting to see conscription coming in. So that could be a major factor as well. So I just wanted to go on here and update you with that. I'm not going to spout off the news and what's happening every week with it. There's so many people already doing that, and their intelligence and their resources are so much better than mine that I'm not even going to pretend to be like them. But I wanted to tell you that I'm now changing direction with my own personal preps because of this. So you might see a theme of my prep videos as we move along in the channel, but just take heed yourself and look at your own preps and just think, what's your plan? I know I'm sick of comments. I'll say it now. I'm sick of comments that say, no point preparing for a nuclear war, we'll all be dead. Meh. That's not how I work mentally. That is not how I work. There is no option. Unless a 27,000-mile meteor is coming towards Earth with no chance of getting out the way or blowing it up with nukes, I will not just sit back and kiss my goodbye. Simple as that. I have to prepare. I have to do best. I have to try and save my family or die trying. So that's the direction I'm going in now. Whether it makes me more crazy or less crazy, I don't know. You decide for yourself, but please pay attention to what's going on around you. Get as ready as you can. I'm increasing my spend because there's no point saving. In my eyes right now, there's no point saving for a holiday in 5 years' time. Let's just get through this year. I'd rather have the preps in place, start saving after that. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. I appreciate your support for however long we can keep this going. We will. Bye. Yeah.